What's up, YouTube? It's your boy here, Captain Jiggles, and again, I have no face cam. Don't worry, it's just all natural. Basically, in case you aren't aware, I'm not going to be having my face cam in any of my Yu-Gi-Oh videos. So today, I got 2 replays and a deck profile for you guys, and I know I'd love to share this with you if with my actual deck, but I don't have all the cards for this right now. And I'm probably going to be on the verge of buying them here. So what I got for you is a raccoon / sphinx build. It's only going to run like two or three total of these guys, and it's sad that I draw 2 of these in this game. But this is a game that was close, and I think this is actually quite possibly the worst starting hand I could possibly have with this deck, because everything else is basically plussing off of my like the worst case scenario is drawing 1 of these, 2 of these instead of that, and then whatever card, 1 of these 2 cards here, and then something that I can't use immediately. But yeah, let's see the replay and let's start it up. Okay, so first person goes, he summons this. I have never really played against any of the meta decks at all. Any of these, like the Metal Foes, I think, or whatever. This is like an off-brand deck. So I think I drew another strike. Yeah, I drew another strike. I'm like, no. Because I realized that was going to immediately go into like a huge play. I played my cards right, even though I didn't know half the time what the hell these cards were doing. But I pull out a 3000 and I'm surprised he doesn't immediately. Yeah, sorry, that's one of the times I don't get a chance to read because I couldn't chain anything to it, so I had no chance to read. But I'm like, okay, this will give me a 4 person, and he's like, doing all this stuff. I'm like, wait, okay. Okay, that doesn't do anything. That does something. Negate that. He attacks me. I'm like, okay, I need the life points for my strike in case I need it again. So I sacrifice one of my tokens here, and I'll just pause this real quick. I think, let's see here, control sure. Yeah, so yeah, I sacrificed a token, that way I could survive, and well, not just survive, but also have my Solemn Strike here, be able to be live still. I really didn't want to have to run into a situation where I needed to negate someone else's summon again. So yeah, he does this, gets this pendulum, fuses into this. See, that's the thing. I don't understand why I wasn't able to, like, I couldn't read everything at the time. I was too busy concentrating on actually trying to make sure my plays were good, rather than there wasn't anything I could do against him. It didn't prompt me for Solemn Strike, so I don't know. Yeah, I can use multiple Solemn Strikes in a turn, so it must be some other card effect is in a play here that wasn't allowing me to do this. So this is just me analyzing this. I'm like, okay, I gotta get this, gotta summon this, go for a Link Karibo so I can actually go for a Borlo Dragon, which I forgot that I forgot Borlo Dragons, the stupid effect where, basically, he downs 500 attack off the target. I forgot about that, because I went to attack him, I'm like, okay, you said Borlo attack, and I'll take control of it. No, I forgot about the 500 increase again, and the thing is, I'm really new to Link summoning still, so I'm making misplays all left and right with this. A couple of them I didn't record because I misplayed so badly. But yeah, I could have gotten an extra 500, but it won't matter. I won't get into that 1,000 or less life point range for my opponent. But I do get close. So, he's going like this. I saw him thinking, yeah, it would do all 3, and I was right. It did all 3. And, of course, I used that effect. And this is the sad thing. I was getting really bad top decks. And I think this is where either I almost lose or I lose. I'm not sure. I think I lose, if I'm not mistaken. So goes for that, kills me, goes for that. No, I don't lose this turn. It's next turn yeah, this is the turn I actually lose. Because again, I top deck. But as you can see, this is like the worst case scenario. Okay, I'll admit, I really didn't have any chance here. I thought I dragged him down to lower than what he had. But, yeah, I had no chance, but I still managed to at least put up a fight. And that's the thing. The only reason I killed myself basically, is because I have this. This does nothing. This has no possibility of helping me. This will also do nothing because at best I don't think, yeah, I can't use it. So literally I was dead regardless. However, oops, sorry about that. You're probably going to see this. Replays. And I think this is from today. Yeah, this is, or no, this is the one I wanted to load. This is from yesterday. And this is also running off of a older build of the deck. Hang on, let me pause. Yeah, see, I didn't know he had all this. Like, I don't even think he uses this. He uses a bunch of this and stuff like that. I think this is a hard-fought victory, though. So yeah, I summon Baby Raccoon Ponpoko, get something else. Solemn Strike, Threatening Roar. I put in recent. This is the older build, but I put in a bunch of Skyfang Brigade stuff, or For Hire, I think it's called now. I know, For Hire. It's so cute and cuddly. Yeah, I got kind of stupid jokes. And then I obviously Wind Up Cat's really good in this deck because I can limitedly loop her, or him, or it, or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, I go for the draw one, get the other Sky Blaster up, and then end turn because I have Threatening Roar. There's no reason. And I call, what was it? I called 4. Yeah, I called 4. It didn't get something useful though. See, if it was anything, I didn't know that he was playing Glad Beasts, obviously, so, or Glad Beast Heroes or something like that. Forgot exactly what he was playing, but yeah, that was hilarious. That I could have easily called and gotten rid of something if he had a bunch of stuff out there, but he didn't. So, Rescue Rabbit activates. Oh yeah, he does use it. I forgot. At this point, I had no idea what he's. I still have no idea what he's playing because I didn't bother to look at my grade. Oh no, he did activate that. So yeah, okay, I go for this play, go for Raccoon, ditch this, go for Magnus Radiant. I think I misplayed on that one. Yeah, this is one of the times I misplayed again. Like I said, Link's not my strongest suit, guys. Link summoning is still kind of confusing. It's not confusing. It's the fact that I'm not using the physical cards. If I was using the physical cards, I'd play slower and I'd play carefully. But since it's not, and it's a program that doesn't always, let me say, hey, give me a sec, like there, for instance, that's not a misplay, that's a really good play, considering I have to have that, and I can easily just bounce the whatchamacallit, forgot what it's called, yeah, Gazaris. I was going to say that, I didn't want to butcher the name or anything like that. Yeah, and I just keep on forgetting what exactly happens with these, and yeah, I think, yeah, I'm pretty sure I win in some way or another, or is this one of the ones I lose? Anyways, I've won a couple of times. Oh, that's right, I think I was joking about top decking a Regeki, if I'm not mistaken. Oh no, that's right, he like uber, oh no, he doesn't uber misplay. I don't know, what did I, yes. This is one of the times I surrendered. Okay, so there's got to be another replay here. Hang on a second, guys. This one? I think this might be the one I win. Yeah, because I drew in Avarice and Obedient School. The power play is real, and I also. Oh no, I did misplay here. Only ever so slightly though. Because I didn't go immediately into something else to allow myself to. Hang on a second. Let's pause. Previous. Exit. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna try and get back to this replay again because it's just ridiculous. I can't actually. Okay, so yeah, this is the right one. Draw to that, do that. Okay, now here's coming up where I don't. This is what I didn't do. See, normally I have nothing in graveyard right now, as you can see. However, if I had used, let's see here. Oh no, I guess I couldn't. Huh. That's interesting. I forgot. If I hadn't, okay, let's rephrase. I did actually misplay, but only on my obedience school, which actually me playing with the deck recently, I know not to do that. But I accidentally summoned 2 of these guys, and for Milus Radiant, you actually have to have Earth. So that's like the only reason you want these guys is for their back row popping effect, and the fact they can make the XE summon, XE monster, the raccoon Sideo. I don't know exactly his name. But yeah, I would have ditched 2, got Milus, used her effect, pitch cat, get cat, and then going in for 3 extra deck monsters, 2 Lynx and a raccoon guy. But yeah, I opened up with a pretty basic move this whole deck seems to make. Milus Radiant plus Raccoon with the token that buffs off of a 19 boosted already, gets to 19, it's Earth, gets boosted again by 500. So basically, it's instead of a 14 like it's supposed to be, it turns into a 24, which is pretty good. It's a good body on board, and it also protects my Raccoon. I think this guy also misplays because it's an obscure monster. He doesn't know what this does, so he doesn't even bother to read it. So, oh yeah, this is 6 Samurai that I managed to win against, not Gladiator Beasts, because they haven't gotten as good of support lately. Yeah, this is exactly when he misplays and realizes you can't do that. And I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to set this, do this, pop that. I don't want to use my Regeki right now, but I go in for another 29, boosting up at 500 again. Which I do like that. It can grow. If you can manage to loop it, you can actually, keep going. Yeah, this is when he goes in for some serious plays. I chained that because, hang on, let me pause this real quick. You see this board. He's making a huge board. I know what Shien does. I know that the Great Shogun Shien makes it to where you can only activate 1 spell or trap a turn. I also know that the legendary 6 Samurai Shien can negate once per turn, which I've thought about that lock. I've thought about using Shien and Shien to lock him out of using only 1, or lock him into using only 1, and then negating that 1 card, preventing him from doing anything. So I knew that I had to chain. So he gets this board, makes this woman, adds a great samurai, special summons, goes straight for Shien, and then goes again for Skull Dread. And how many did he use? He used like 4, didn't he? So yeah, when this card is linked summon, you can draw 4 cards and place 2 cards. Okay, yeah. So he's basically a superior, graceful charity, I would think. Yeah, you can activate Mage Power. Hang on a second. So, oh yeah, he has a negate on board, so I have to play around it, which is why I summoned this in attack mode. So yeah, he's got Skull Dread, Shien, equipped with Mage Power, which is completely unbelievably, badass. I got a level 1 token, little cute raccoon token here. So I go in to activate his effect. Nothing happens, I don't think. I ditch that. I select Kitten because I can target him with monster effects. Here, I'll just play this out. I activate, I bounce. Oh yeah, and I special summon again as well. So I special summon another Milus Radiant, as well as another Raccoon. And I think his effect auto-activates where he has to buff whoever he's pointing to. So I get buffed. I also buff myself. Alright, I, detach, get a monster that's 3,800, but since there's 2 Milus Radiants on the field, that 38 who is already getting boosted by 1,000 is now a 48. And that was, if I just summoned that and didn't even bother with Shien, I could have rammed over him almost for gain. So, there's that. But then I just bounce, I just use the token to kill. So I don't know what this was. I honestly don't know what this was supposed to do. Like, I don't understand if he thought he could, I don't know. It causes a replay, which means that since there's a new monster on the field, I have to select which attack target I want. But obviously I'm going for the attack mode Dread. Yeah, the Skull Dread. I wouldn't redirect for anything. I don't understand what he was doing. I mean, I'm not sure if he thought that maybe this thing directs attacks elsewhere, or that he could, I don't know, maybe that he could make it to redirect him. I don't know. I really don't know what was going on there. But yeah, I game him here by 100 points. That was a hard-fought victory, though. He made a full board, and if he hadn't used Chien, like the legendary Chien, I would have been able to Regeki him. But yeah, that's the thing. He made both, and I knew he would make both. So I immediately used it. But yeah, this deck isn't too bad, actually. And I will show you guys the deck now. This is the deck profile part of this section. Sorry for the whole, iffy stuff. If you guys can see it, I'll be mentioning it a lot here, but yeah. What I run is, obviously, I need these guys. These guys are, I know a lot of people who like this competitive stuff is going to say these are shit, you shouldn't use them. But I like them. They're my favorite villain monsters of all time. And that's why I use them. I would probably have to end up doing this, though. Just because it helped me make it to where I can't get, like, Chain Strike or Chain Disappearing or whatever. Like, if they try and if they think it's a hinge card and it's like the Andro Sphinx, I won't have a problem with that. But I mean, it's up to me whether I want them out of the deck is the problem. So, and I run, one of each of these guys, I guess. Well, actually, two of this guy, basically. I downed it to 40 cards. I managed to get it down to 40 cards finally. But we have two of the scouts, two of the marksmen, two kittens, two of the Pon Pokos, two of the mystical beasts. Shoot, what is this one called? Calantosa, and then Uniflora, and then as well as Bellerophon? I think it's Bellerophon. Sounds like a Pokemon name. Bellerophon! Go! Ironically enough, it would probably be the normal type evolution, so, be the hilarity factor there. So yeah, 1 for 1 is for Uniflora, and I'll explain each one in depth in a second. Regeki, obvious, nuke your opponent's field. 1 for 1, each draw 1, can't take damage. It's basically a spell card version of Wabaku for me. Pot of Desires, preferably would want at least, if I don't want to go into my rank 10s, I obviously would want these to go out of the Banished. These are Monster Reborns for Beast-type monsters. There's a Monster Reborn, Foolish Barrel, you ditch one out of your deck. So I won't be explaining a lot of these spells and traps because everybody mostly should know what they do. Obedient School I will explain later. Upstart Goblin, draw 1, let your opponent get 1,000. Scapegoat spawns 4 tokens. Wabaku prevents you from taking battle damage, and your monster's getting blown up by battle. So if they had already popped everything they can pop, then you have something that's unkillable in their eyes. Threatening Roar, similar idea, just as chainable and allows you not to get hit by things that hit copies in the deck. Like, that's why I have them evenly dispersed instead of just having 3 Wabakus and a threatening. As well as this also prevents other things as well. Solemn Strikes, obviously, and then the one-ofs, the Solemn Judgment and the Solemn Warning. These are all negations. They help negate things like monster effects, anything, and I think summoning and anything. So, okay. So Sphinx TL and Andro Sphinx have similar effects where they destroy something, they inflict damage equal to attack and defense of something they destroyed, I think. To your opponent, equal to half the attack of the destroyed monster and half the defense of the destroyed monster, because it's what they're based on. This guy's higher attack, this guy's higher defense. So the Scout allows you to destroy face down back row, and then the Marksman allows you to destroy face up back row, I believe. Yeah, I'm going to fix that. The Kittens allow you to bounce something once while it's on the field. So basically, you summon it, you bounce something. You get rid of it and summon it again, you can bounce something else. This is something you can loot. So, sorry to much of it. Yeah, once while this is face up on the field. Pon Poko, you normal summon it, you get something, anything that's lower level than it, or equal level, you put it face down on your field from your deck, which is really useful. It just can't link with it. I don't understand why you can't use face downs as link material. It's a really stupid thing. I think even synchros can do that. But yeah, those two. Uniflora is one that I usually use. Valerafawn. You can discard any card in your hand, target any beast in your graveyard, and special summon it. These can't be special summoned from graveyard. That's why I'm kind of iffy on using them, but I love them. This one, when it gets special summoned by the effect of a beast type monster, any way at all, like from deck or graveyard, or even hand, I think. So, but that's the thing, it'll destroy something. It'll destroy one target and destroy one card. Uniflora, as long as everything in your graveyard is beast type, which is what Sphinxes are here, you can tribute it, special summon from hand or graveyard, which is why they are here. Again, I hate to be the one to say this all the time, but it's just why I'm reasoning this out. Is they're not rock type like the other Sphinxes, they're beasts. And they can make, the Dreadnoughts, as well as, my other guy, Super Galaxy Destroyer, which is why I run a maximum of 3, so that if I get lucky, I can get all 3 out. Obedience Schooled. As long as I control, it's a Cyber Dragon kind of card. You control no monsters, even if your opponent doesn't control anything and you don't either. You special summon 3 level 2 or lower beast type monsters, everything except for the Sphinxes. All 3 of them have their effects negated. I would prefer to run Solemn Lance or Forbidden Lance in this. Solemn Lance. That'd be a hilarious idea for a card. Just to get Uniflora's effect off or something like that. Something cool. But no, I can't. It's not consistent. It doesn't work. I've tried. So we're gonna move on to the extra deck now. What I run is 1 Dreadnought, Rail Cannon, Super Dora, 1 Gustav Max, 3 of the Raccoon. What are they called? Sandeu. I'm just gonna say Sandeu. Borlo Dragon, Firewall Dragon, Deco Talker, X-Crawler, Synapsis, I think. I think that H is actually silent and doesn't actually count as an F sound, but Mrs. Radiant, Proxy Dragon, Link Karibo. I did have the other one, the Overclock Taker, but it doesn't work very well, like at all, instead of Proxy Dragon, for whatever reason. And I don't know what it is, but correct me if I'm wrong, 2+ monsters means you can have 2 monsters only or more, or does it have to just be more than 2 monsters? Because I don't know, I've been having some varying effects with Decode Talker and Firewall Dragon not working well. Like, I don't understand what's going on with that. But anyways, X-Crawler Synthesis or whatever, I'd probably end up swapping him out for Firewall Dragon, or Proxy Dragon, I mean. So, what am I talking about? It's banned. This does nothing for the deck other than its arrows, so actually I could probably take that out. There we go. Sort. There we go. Oh. Oh, I see, okay. I accidentally clicked the Link Karibo. Sort. Okay, we're good. So Gustav is a burn card. It burns for 2,000 for detach. I can detach a XYZ material. I can negate effects, or unaffected by other card effects, except for its own. So basically I can make Super Dora an invincible monster for a turn. This one spawns a token. It'll take on the attack of the highest attack on the field. And then it'll also, after it's summoned, will apply its boosts. Which, I'm just going to take one of those out real quick. That's bothering me. That's 3 of those. 2 level 2s. Beast-type monsters, which they're all beasts. Decode Talker, basically anything that points to it gains attack for. When your opponent activates a card or effect that targets a card or cards you control, I can quick effect. I can tribute a monster this points to and negate the activation and then destroy it. Mindless Radiant. If she's destroyed, she gets to add something from my graveyard to my hand. Monster. She also boosts. She does what Radiant, Mias Radiant or whatever it does, which is boost all Earth by 500. dock wind monsters by 400. Attack and defense. Proxy Dragon, self-explanatory. Everybody knows what it does. Link Kuriboh, mostly self-explanatory, but I'll explain it anyways. If something attacks, you contribute it, and then you can make its attack 0. And then on top of that, I think you can contribute one level 1 monster, special summon this card. Yeah, you can special summon it from your graveyard. Yeah, you can only activate it once per turn, though. Or dual turn. It's turn. And then, of course, with the side deck, this is all just stuff I was thinking about running other than it. Like, I took out the Baby Raccoon Tauntauns because it's a flip effect monster. You're not going to use it that much. I also took out one Uniflora, one of the Calantosa. This is kind of weird. There's something on my screen right now. Calantosa. Yeah, Calantosa. Amazon's Pet Baby Tiger. Basically I'm trying to think of the right monster for this. Kind of like Marauding Captain, but not really. It's similar in nature. Basically, if you control one monster with the same name, you can special summon it. Basically, it's kind of like a Mimic, but a lot of people don't know what that is, so I'm not going to do another Kitten just in case. Scout, just because. I think this is the one that destroys sets, right? Yeah, 1 sec. Just in case, again, I get hit with something, I'm actually thinking about adding in another one of these. Or not another one of these, the Marksman's. Back to the side deck. That way I have, a full playset, technically, in each. As well as one each of the Sphinxes. Because, let's face it, I like the Sphinxes. Hell, if I could have 3 of each in here, I would. But that would brick my hand so bad. And another combo I could try using is the Obedience School combo, which is what I wanted to try and put in Forbidden Lance here. Here, I'll type it in real quick. This is going to be kind of a long video, but not really. Comparatively to my Yu-Gi-Oh videos, it's going to be very long. But comparatively to my other videos, actually, my gaming videos, that's going to be a cakewalk. So, Forbidden Lance, here we go. Basically, target monster, it's unaffected by everything else, but it loses 800 attack. But that's the thing. The combo is summoning, let's just say, Obedience School here. I have a Sphinx. I have 2 Sphinxes in my hand because I bricked, but I have an Obedience School and a Forbidden Lance. Activate Obedience School, get 3 monsters, doesn't matter what. Let's just say Uniflora, Calantosa, and then Valeraphon. All 3 of them. Out on the field, no problem. Activate Forbidden Lance on my Uniflora. Tribute the other 2 monsters that still have their effects negated to summon one of the Sphinxes. Activate Uniflora's effect to summon the other Sphinx from my hand, and then immediately go into a Gustav or a Gustav Max or a Rail King and Superdora, and then go for there. That's the dream combo I wanted to pull off. I pulled it off once, and that was against an AI enemy that had no hand traps and such like that. So yeah, hand traps and all that other stuff is a bane in my existence. I'm not sure what else to put in this deck. I honestly don't know. I swear, this deck is hurting for draw power. I know I have 2 Pot of Avarice, or Pot of Desires, along with Upstart and 1-for-1. But I really I think it's just more draw power, or I don't know what else. I mean, power in general might be a problem for this deck. I don't know what else to add in this thing to make it better. But anybody else who knows, just let me know. If there's an obvious solution to this problem, let me know. And please don't comment down below, take out the Sphinxes, don't bully them, seriously. I'll take out 1 Sphinx and add something else in, like Obedience School, just to satisfy. But I have to keep 1 copy of each in this deck. And if you can find a better way of focusing on Sphinxes than just, doing the Raccoon engine, I'd love to know. A more consistent way of doing it anyways. But anyways, that's going to be the end of the video, guys. Test this out on Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro or whatever. It's fun to do, I guarantee it. I mean, you're not going to win a lot. Case in point, I lost against Gladiator Beasts, but I won against 6 Sams. because I played my chainable back row right to buy myself a turn. You know, you gotta think ahead. Obviously, if there are 6 samurai, they're going for Shien. Most likely both. But, you know, that's how it is. But anyways, guys, this is the end of the video, and I'll talk to you later. Captain Jiggles, out.